Hi guys! Today is more of a serious, emotional kind of video, so if you're not down for that then see you next week. But if you are, then please stay and let's get real. As you can see from the title, I'm talking about how to get over somebody, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, also just toxic relationships and friendships in general and how to deal with them, just stuff like that. I'm firstly going to talk about the steps that I personally use to get over people in a romantic relationship. The first thing I would suggest doing is trying to cut out all contact. So stop stalking them on Instagram, stop trying to message them on Facebook, just stop contacting them, block their number and just stop completely. Otherwise you might be completely fine just chilling on Facebook and all of a sudden they'll be online and their name will just be there and you'll be like, like I really want to talk to you, or you're really angry, like anything. It could just really make a difference. Whereas if you're not thinking about them, they're not there, nothing is really reminding you of them, it's just a lot easier to get over them. Number two, don't bottle up emotions. And by this I think it's pretty obvious, but if you want to cry, cry, it's okay, whether you're a guy or a girl. Especially if you've been in a relationship with someone, it's okay to cry. And even with a friend, if you've been friends for a really long time and something's happened and all of a sudden you're not talking, let out your emotions, talk to people about it. Write it down even, whether it's in a journal, a diary, write a song, a poem and talk to your friends. Just make sure it's not all kept up inside you, because then it can impact you in the future. Number three, this is more of a personal one, but personally whenever I have broken up with someone or I have been broken up with, I tend to write a negative list. If you've seen Friends, you will know that there is an episode where Ross writes a pro and con list about Rachel and one about Julie, and it's kind of similar but no pros. No pros, literally just say you've just broken up with somebody, girl or guy, it doesn't really matter, literally just get a pen and paper and write down everything bad about them that you can possibly think of. Whether it's something like they're bad in bed, or they like meat and you're a vegetarian, or their favourite superhero is Batman when yours is Superman. It doesn't matter, anything that makes them less attractive or just annoying little habits that they have, anything that you don't like about them, write it down, and that way whenever you miss them or you ever start thinking about them, just get your list and sort of be like, do you know what? Nah. Number four, timing. When you are getting over someone, it can take time, it can take a lot of time, and you need to understand that you're not just going to get better within a couple of days, and it depends on what kind of person you are. Personally, I think that if it was a romantic relationship, it could possibly be more upsetting rather than if it was a friend, but of course it can depend. But yeah, if you've been with somebody for like 5 years and all of a sudden you found out they've been cheating on you the whole time, like, it's going to be upsetting. You need to understand that you're not just going to get better all of a sudden, but you do also need to know that although it does take time, you will get over it. You will, I have faith in you, you will get over it, it just will take a little while. And lastly, number five, move on. Get on with your life, go to work, continue doing what you love doing, go out with friends. If somebody tries chatting you up, go with it, just go with it. Don't keep them in the back of your head. Just learn to move on with your life. I know that that's a lot easier said than done, trust me, I know, but once you start doing it, it becomes a lot easier. Otherwise you're just going to stay in this rut of, oh, they might end up calling me one day and just being like, you know, I love you, please come back. And then you can sort of be like, nope, I'm dating like 5 guys, it's cool. Don't let them have that power over you. Okay, now this is where I'm going to start getting incredibly emotional. I was watching my friend Ali's video the other day, and I will link that below in case you want to go see it. It's a good video, go watch it. But it was about toxic relationships, and it got me thinking, everybody in their life goes through experiences with relationships and not all of them are good. And I just feel like them things we need to discuss and talk about, otherwise they're not really going to get better. And I've also been getting a lot of messages from you guys asking me, you know, how to get over someone, which is why I did this video, and literally telling me stories and stories about what's going on in your life with your love life. It's like, oh, this guy cheated on me but I love him, and this and that, and I'm just sort of like, it's frustrating because I don't want you to get hurt, of course. Like, I've been in that situation, I know exactly what it feels like, and it's horrible. But it's easy for me to sit here and say, if he cheated on you then he doesn't love you, don't go back with him. It's a lot harder to just not go back with them, of course, especially if you're in love with somebody. And the thing is, a lot of you lot are probably between the ages of say 13 to 18, I'd say, around that sort of age group, and you're young, I'm young, we're all young, and I'm not saying I don't believe in soulmates and, you know, true love and all that. I do, in a way. It's really complicated. A lot of you lot might think that, you know, you've been with somebody for a long time and you just think that you're meant to be together, and in one way that might be true. You might be made for each other, but if he's done something or she's done something that splits you up, or you're just not feeling it anymore or anything like that, it's okay. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, you're young, it's okay, there are plenty of fish in the sea, because when you're there, you're like, I don't want any other one, you know? I like this fish, I don't want another fish. And I've been in that exact situation. I know exactly what you feel like. And maybe one day you will meet each other and you're better for each other. You don't have to break up with somebody just because someone's cheating on you or anything like that. It could be a general decision that you're both still completely in love with each other, but distance is getting in the way. Or you're just fighting a lot. It doesn't mean you don't love each other. It just means that it's hard. And it's recently come to my attention that a lot of my friends have gotten hurt. A lot of you lot have probably gotten hurt, and that usually results in you becoming quite bitter and just quite shut off. And I'm not denying the fact that I have been like that for a long time. I have been really shut off when people have been trying to get close to me. I refuse to show any emotion. But it's recently come to my attention that just because you got hurt doesn't mean you stop trying. Whether it's with that same person, whether it's with somebody else. Don't think that just because one person hurt you or betrayed you or whatever they did, it doesn't mean that everybody else is going to do the same thing. And that took me a long time to realise, but now I understand that. Also, don't be scared to get into another relationship, because yeah, maybe it won't work out, but maybe it'll be the best decision you ever make. I mean, I've been in situations in the past where my friends are like to me, Ellie, what are you doing? You like him, he likes you, why are you being so sort of bitter? And I would always just tell them that I'm trying really hard not to get hurt again. But me doing that was just closing off opportunities for my future. And if you're with someone currently who is just making you so miserable and angry and you hardly maybe see each other because of distance, or maybe you're around each other constantly and it's annoying you, anything, if you're with someone and you're not happy, you shouldn't be in that relationship. You're meant to be with somebody who brings out the best in you and makes you forget what sadness and loneliness feels like, not amplify it. And also at some point you will realise that people can stay in your heart but not in your life. And the one thing that really, really annoys me is the two sayings, it's meant to be, or if you want it, you have to go fight for it. That's really always irritated me, because just say there's a guy that I want to be with, but I've been fighting for it, but then everybody tells me, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be, it's fine. So I stop fighting, and therefore neither of us are doing anything to actually try and get to each other. What would I accomplish? It's the same with life. Not even just relationships or friendship. Like passing your exams, for example. A lot of people will be taking exams next month or in a couple of months. Not if it's meant to be, it will happen. No. You have to get up, you have to study, you have to revise, you have to try your hardest, you need to put in the work and the effort. It's the same with a relationship. None of this, if it's meant to be, it will happen, oh, it's destiny. No. I'm a very, 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 very spiritual person. But I don't believe in that crap. I believe that there are sometimes two people that are just drawn together. I understand that. But I don't think that the universe has enough power to pull two people together if they're not fighting for it. And just know that eventually everything will make sense and everything will fall into place. Until then, just enjoy the adventure. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know. I'm sorry if this wasn't really your kind of video. It's not really one that I normally do, but I just really needed to get this off my chest. So I hope this helped you in some way, and I will see you on Friday soon. I will see you soon. Bye!